They spend their lives in perpetual motion. Sailors on a continental sea, living out lifetimes in endless quest of loading and unloading appointments, and marking their days by destinations on a highway system map. Here today, there yesterday, and gone tomorrow, forever into the wind. The men and women who drive trucks are living symbols of the spirit, principles, and actions which birthed the nation, then grew, nurtured, and shaped it into the greatest on earth. With rare dedication, tenacity, self-reliance, and resourcefulness, these men and women tirelessly demonstrate a commitment and pride in the work they do, and a belief in a work ethic uncommon to almost any other career. It isn't work just anyone can do. It takes a special breed. It takes people willing to work hard, long hours, where creature comforts many people take for granted are few and far between. People willing to sacrifice holidays and birthdays and time they wish they could spend with family and loved ones for work that is 24 hours a day of every week, all year long.
They carry just about everything. They go just about everywhere. They have many different jobs to do.
You got some shiny doors? Yeah, I got them up there time up traffic.
Just about everything we use was once carried by a truck. Patrick drives this Freightliner dry van. His trailer is loaded with refrigerators. Soon he'll be delivering them to a warehouse. Before Patrick can unload, he has to check with the warehouse foreman.
What time's your appointment?
9 o'clock.
In most warehouses, a forklift is used to help unload trucks. Before long, Patrick's trailer is empty.
Okay. All right.
It's a tough job. It's a rough job.
I want to say hi to Charles Metcalf in Kansas, called in a while ago.
Yeah.
And wants to hear an Ernest Tubb record.
You bet.
All right, the Texas Troubadour wanted to know what days we get into Louisville for the big trucking show. We're flying out on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be in there on, get in there Wednesday and start the show on Thursday.
Well, I owe the trucker 85% of what I do on my show at night. This dates back to 1969. First phone call I got was from a trucker. I owe the trucker a tremendous amount. The trucker's life is, as I said, it's a lot of time a very lonely thing. A lot of divorces take place in the trucking industry because of they're very much like the musicians. It's the road. They like the road, and a lot of times they're on the road for weeks at a time. My job is to bring a little comfort to the truckers, whether it's through the music or the conversation or picking up the phone and talking with them, listening to them. And they listen to me, but I listen to them because the truckers are sharp. They're businessmen on wheels. And if you ever take the time to stop at a truck stop and listen to the conversation, you can pick up more on politics and a pretty good angle on politics from truckers than anybody. They travel from area to area talking to different people. And they're sharp. I found this out a long time ago. Never try to fool one. They read you. They have a little psychology up here built in that, and I mean this sincerely. Maybe it's because they have spent so many lonely nights that they have more time to think. Maybe when they hear a politician making a speech, they evaluate that speech, and they'll tell somebody else about it. The truckers are sharp, and they're needed. They're needed. If we didn't have the truckers, what I'm sitting in right now, this what I'm talking into right now, what I'm playing in the way of music, wouldn't be here. The truckers, they're in control. If the truckers went on strike for one day, every single trucker went on strike for one day, like 1 hour in these United States, we'd be in such a tumultuous, strict, terrible financial situation. They'd have to tax us for years to get it back. That's how important they are.
So they got some mist in Kansas this morning. Said to be sure to look out for that because there's some not only mist, some very foggy situations.
Oh.
And he said there are some areas there where you run into the fog without any idea it's there, and especially in the low-lying areas. And he said if you're traveling in the southern part of Kansas this morning, to look out. He said probably it's up north as well. But anyway, he wanted to call in and wish us all well.
What concerns the trucker the most is the economic situation. That's one thing. Truckers, this is very important too. Truckers, there was a time when they used to take a lot of drugs to stay awake. They'd take bennies or whatever little pills to keep. They had a reputation for that. Here's something that I found out, especially during the past few years. There's a tremendous amount of concern from the trucker about the drug situation. It's a complete reversal. Mainly, I think, because the truckers today realize the situation when it comes to narcotics, and most of them have kids at home, and they have a tremendous interest in what's happening to our country as a whole when it comes to narcotics or any other problem that might be caving in families.
And about you personally, why do you